1965, a group of Waukesha County residents recognized the need for a humane society and shelter where animals could be cared for humanely and given a second chance. Showing true community spirit, donors and volunteers pitched in to realize a dream, and the Humane Animal Welfare Society of Waukesha County opened its shelter doors in June of 1969. HAWS is a nonprofit organization that receives no federal, state, or local tax funding to support our work. Each year, HAWS assists 8,000 animals and welcomes more than 35,000 human visitors. Since being established, HAWS has maintained the status as an open admission shelter. In 2016, in response to the nationwide no-kill movement, HAWS introduced a new campaign, Building a No-Kill Community. Often, shelters that claim no-kill status will reach a limit to the number of animals they can house and will close their doors to new animal intakes to avoid performing euthanasia. At HAWS, because of our commitment to open admissions, we are unable to refuse new intakes. In this way, the policies of open admission and no-kill would seem mutually exclusive. However, HAWS has also committed to put programs in place that can, and do, successfully reduce the amount of euthanasia performed. As a result of these programs, HAWS has achieved the accepted placement percentages set by the no-kill movement for dogs, cats, and small animals. HAWS has achieved both open admissions and no-kill status in 2018. Our new goal is maintaining those numbers for the long term.
Hi, my name is KRISTIE. I'm one of the adoption counselor leads here at HAWS. I started out as a dog walker and a volunteer in the dog training program, and then moved on to the Mod Squad. Loved working with the Mod Squad and helping the dogs get ready for the adoption floor. And then started as an employee as the adoption counselor, and then on to an adoption lead. One of the main fundamental reasons we are here at HAWS is to accept animals. And they can come in from a variety of reasons. They can come in as strays, abandoned, owner surrenders, unwanted, or even end-of-life services. It could be for allergies, incompatibility, maybe they're moving, or even a death in the family. We don't judge. We take those animals and we want to find them their forever home. And they do have to go through a process when they come in.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the shelter manager.
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm the kennel manager. Kelly and I have been working here together for a very long time. I've been here for about 18 years.
And I've been here 20.
Together we do our best to take care of and place any animal that comes through our doors. Dogs and puppies, when they come in, they're checked in medically. Once they're okay for that, they go through a behavior evaluation through our behavior department. And that lets us know what kind of homes would be suitable for that dog or puppy. Depending on age, we do blood work to make sure everything is working how it should be.
Update their vaccine history. Maybe they have parasites or fleas or ticks that need to be removed. When we're doing our basic wellness exam, if we see something that needs more attention than we can provide, we forward that to our veterinary clinic. And they may be able to do something more, whether it's a lame leg, an infected ear, or just some other abnormality.
To determine what kind of treatment would be necessary and how we might be able to help a potential adopter.
Being an open admission shelter, we accept them all, regardless of age, breed, health, temperament, and species. So sometimes they can go to the adoption floor right away, but sometimes they'll benefit from going into a foster program to be socialized, or here with our Mod Squad, or our in-house volunteers for socialization to get them ready for the adoption floor.
Hi, I'm LEANN. I am the Behavior Department Manager at HAWS, and this is my friend Stash, who I think is finally taking a nap with me here. Just here to talk to you about what the Behavior Department offers at HAWS. We are very proud of our Behavior Department programs, and there are a lot of them. First and foremost, we have a Behavior Department hotline, which whether somebody is finding us by looking us up online, or whether they've adopted or been referred to us, that's how they can get in touch with our Behavior Department staff, and at that point we can talk to them about their dog or their cat, whatever animal they're having behavior problems with, and from there we can schedule them for a one-on-one private behavior consultation if they're having trouble and we're trying to prevent that animal from being surrendered from their home. For the dogs that are struggling during their behavior evaluation, we do have a solution for some of those dogs as well. We have a very unique program in the Behavior Department called the Mod Squad. And the Mod Squad is a group of volunteers who are specially trained to work with those dogs on their various programs that are created for them individually. So if a dog is having issues with their collar being put on, their body being touched, or they have some resource guarding or mouthiness issues, the volunteers will work with them for a half hour at a time. And what that does is it helps the dog to build confidence and build new skills that allow them to become more adaptable.
HAWS is an open admission facility, and we accept all dogs who are brought to us. We do not discriminate on breed or age. So we can get some dogs that other shelters may be uncomfortable accepting. And that is one of the reasons that the Mod Squad is so important, to work with these dogs who need the extra training, the extra behavior. And we have a great deal of success. It's wonderful to see some of these dogs who've been struggling go home.
For the dogs that are in our care that might be struggling after some time, staff bring to the Behavior Department staff's attention what that animal is struggling with, and we will devise a program of support or enrichment or behavior modification for the dogs, puppies, or cats that are needing that help. All of these Behavior Department offerings, from support, whether you have an animal at home that has always been your animal and you just need an avenue for help, or whether your animal finds itself in the shelter and while they're in our care they need some remedial support, or even post-adoption for our new adopters that have taken their animal home, the Behavior Department is here and we're happy to be of service for those animals and their people. Likewise, when you're adopting an animal from HAWS, most often a dog, a cat, or a puppy, and that animal has presented with some behavior issues, albeit minor, in the shelter, we will set up what's called a meet with trainer appointment for the adopters before paperwork is done. That way the adopter can, if necessary, back out of that adoption if they're not comfortable, but more often than not, they get the tools that are necessary to move forward successfully with that animal and know how to handle the situations that may unfold once the animal is home. So that layer of support really helps the adopters know that they're not alone, and it introduces the Behavior Department staff right off the bat before they even leave the building.
Hi, I'm here to talk to you about two comprehensive programs that we have to help our community and the animals of our community. We have our Annie's Fund, which is set up to care for alumni pets that go out into their homes and come up with rare or unusual circumstances and illnesses that we weren't able to treat here at the shelter. With that, we're able to help our community veterinarians care for these pets so that they can stay in their new loving homes. The other program that we have is our Safe Keep program. The Safe Keep program, we work with our local social service agencies, police, fire, EMTs, and with that, what we do is we offer free boarding for community members who are experiencing a housing crisis, who are referred to us through the social service agencies.
Hi, I'm Gino. I'm the Mobile Adoption Coordinator at HAWS, and the Mobile Adoption Department is an important department, and it's also a very fun department for the staff and the volunteers. What we get the opportunity to do is extend HAWS outside the four walls and take it right into the community. First of all, it gives us more awareness in the community. Not everybody knows who we are. in what we do. It also gives us the opportunity to bring cats and dogs and other animals out to the general public to find them homes, because we function strictly on donations and help raise money to run HAWS.
Hello, my name is Travis and I'm an adoption counselor here at HAWS. I've been here for a while, and I started out as an intern here in the behavior department. So I help out with adoptions and intakes here at HAWS. Whether it's a cat, dog, small animal, rabbit, whatever it might be, we take a big responsibility in trying to find these animals their forever home, because we are their second chance. Some animals come here ready to go and be adopted. Others need to take some time here for us to kind of rehab them. Some adopters only come here once and the love connection's made. Others may take several trips here just to make sure that the pet that they're looking at is the right one. Once that connection's made, we move into our actual adoption process.
Well, this is the top part of that form that you just filled out, so you get to keep that too.
Okay, thank you. Adopting rather than purchasing is very economical. We make sure that all the animals leaving our shelter are spayed or neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, and most have a blood test done. Once the adoption process is complete, our support doesn't end there. Our follow-up process makes sure that whether it's days out or years out, our adopters always have the support that they need.
A unique program of support that our behavior department offers is that if you ever need help with an animal that you've adopted from HAWS, you get lifetime complimentary behavior consultations free of charge. This means that if you adopt and you're having issues within 24 hours of bringing the animal home, or it's been 5 years since you've adopted and all of a sudden an issue comes out of the blue, you can call or email our behavior department and we can set up those private behavior consultations, and that is free of charge.
My name is Nicole. I am the receptionist in the HAWS Spay Neuter Clinic, which we recently expanded in 2017 in April. And we now are able to do hundreds more surgeries a year for the general public and our own animals and rescue animals. So there's a number of different things that we do here in our clinic. We do spaying and neutering. We also offer a program called Project Guardian, and that's a program where cats who are living outside will be spayed or neutered. They also get a 1-year rabies vaccine and an ear notch to indicate they have been spayed or neutered. So then they will get returned to where they were living, and then if anybody else from the public sees them, they will know by that ear notch that they have been spayed or neutered, so they don't have to worry about creating any unwanted litters in their community. You can help us, again, by trapping. It's very simple. We offer trap rentals here. You call us, we make an appointment, we get you in, and the cat goes home the same day. Also, we do many, many things for our animals here in shelter. We do things from microchipping, vaccines, we've even done amputations, bladder stone removals, you name it, our extraordinary vets can take care of it here in-house for our animals. So some of the benefits when you get your animal spayed or neutered here at HAWS is so our vets do 25 to 40 spay-neuter surgeries per day. A normal veterinarian's office maybe do 3 to 5 per day. Also, with our animals here, the cost is generally 2 to 3 times less than what your normal veterinarian's cost would be. However, we can do it as fast and get you in within a week or so, and you don't have to wait months to get into your normal practice for your spay or neuter. We'll bring Bandit for his appointment at 2:30 this Thursday for his x-ray. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Being an open admission shelter, HAWS receives animals that require medical attention that our clinic may not be equipped to address. But we still ensure the animal will receive the care it needs to restore its comfort and quality of life. We reach out to the veterinary specialists in the community, such as emergency medicine, orthopedics, and other veterinary specialists as needed.
My name is Chris Erickson, and I'm in charge of HAWS education program, and this is my dog Whimsy, who also helps me on many of the education programs that we run here. The education department at HAWS has a mission to educate the public, and in particular children, about a lot of different topics related to animal welfare. So we teach children about what we do here at HAWS about dog responsibility, being a good pet owner, how to be safe around animals, reading dog body language, having empathy for animals, and other topics related to animals. And in addition to domestic animals, we also work with wild animals. We have a lot of clubs that we run for kids. So one of the clubs is called HAWS. It's for kids in elementary school. They come once a month. They visit HAWS for an hour and a half, and they do some kind of a program and get to interact with the shelter animals, and that is for kids between the ages of 8 and 12 years old. We also have a program for middle school students called Critter Club, and that is our Thursday club. Kids come to the shelter between 6 and 7:30 at night on Thursday nights. We have projects that the kids do to help us with some of the upcoming events that we run at the shelter throughout the year. They do some projects and they get to socialize animals on those Thursday night visits. And then the Critter Club kids also volunteer for 2 hours on either Saturday or Sunday morning. And they help clean cages and wash dishes and fold laundry. And then those Saturday or Sunday morning visits also include some animal socialization. And Tuesday Troop kids come on Tuesday nights. They do some volunteer work, and then they get to socialize the animals that we have here at HAWS. Once kids hit high school, they can join a program called ACE, or Animal Career Exploration. So high school students come once a month, and we have a guest speaker that comes in and talks to the kids about different career working with animals, and the kids get to learn about that particular career and what kind of education they need to go into that job. So some of the guest speakers that we've had over the years included veterinarians, zookeepers, wildlife biologists, groomers. We try to introduce a spectrum of different jobs that the kids can learn about. One of our new programs that we've just started to introduce is a No More Bullying program. It's a 5-week program where we go into the school, work with the same class 1 hour a week for 5 weeks, and teach them about how to treat animals with kindness and respect, and teaching them not to bully either animals or their peers. Our bigger programs are our camps, and we have 3 different camps that we run. One is our winter camp that runs the week that the kids have off of school during their winter break. One is our spring break camp, and then we have a whole series of sessions that run throughout the summer. So the summer camp sessions run pretty much from the 2nd week in June through the 3rd week in August. We have kids that are between the ages of 7 and 14 years of age that come into the shelter, and they spend anywhere from 1 day sessions to 5-day sessions here from 9 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And when the kids are here, they get to spend a lot of time with the animals. We try to bring out anywhere from 4 to 5 different types of animals for the kids to visit with and spend time with and learn about throughout the day. And then other parts of the day entail doing crafts, doing some volunteer work. They get to do some activities. They get to learn about how to read dog body language and how to keep themselves safe around animals, and also to become good pet owners. Kids can come to HAWS and they get to do the same types of activities and games that the kids would do at the summer or winter camp, and spend a lot of time with animals here at HAWS. Another program that we have is birthday parties. We get a lot of kids that want to celebrate their birthday party with the animals, and so we do offer birthday parties. The kids get little party favors. They get a birthday cake, a tour of the shelter, and lots of times with the animals. We have another package that includes pizzas.
Hi, my name is John. I'm one of the animal caretakers here at HAWS. I'm also a member of the HAWS Animal Rescue Team here. So one of the most extensive services that HAWS has to offer is a 24/7 phone service in which we respond to whatever animal calls there may be, whether it's a lost dog or an injured raccoon at 3 a.m. We can have anything from domestics to wildlife. It all depends on what people find. In most cases, we end up dealing with domestic animals including dogs, cats, even sometimes small animals like rabbits. In those cases, people call in and we go out there and end up containing the animal to bring back here, and after a small process, find out whether or not we'll be able to get them back to their owners. In those cases, we'll hold them for a state-mandated stray hold. At the end of that period, if no owner comes to reclaim the animals, then we'll do our best to get them into a new home. We also end up handling farm animals, and in those instances, they also go through their own stray hold, much like domestic animals would. If by the end of their stray hold no one comes to reclaim them, then again, that will be on us to go ahead and find them their new home.
All right, girls, it's been a rough day. What do you say we get you all settled in?
Hi, my name is Andres Garcia. I work here at HAWS as the Community Cat Coordinator, and my job is to go out, trap cats that need to be spayed and neutered, and that way they're not continuously reproducing. This is a position that was started because Waukesha County has a cat overpopulation issue that we are trying to get under control. What I do is that I work with property owners in the community, business owners in the community, all over Waukesha County that have cats that they've been caring for but haven't been spayed or neutered. We actually spay and neuter the cats, give them a 1-year rabies vaccine, and ear notch them for free. And that way they can continue to live their outdoor lives because they're not used to being indoors and they wouldn't make great indoor pets. And that way they're also not reproducing continuously, which then adds to the overpopulation issue. Oh, I'd also like to mention that the community cat program services are offered at no charge. So we run on donations from the community, and we greatly appreciate any donations. Thank you very much.
I'm Jessica and this is Ginger. I've been at HAWS for many years. I started as an adoption counselor. I've also done donor relations, fund development, animal rescue, and currently I'm the director of special projects. One of the amazing jobs I get to do with that title is plan our dog transports. Here in Wisconsin, the dog population is somewhat under control. And there are many shelters and rescues down south where they have too many dogs to be able to place into homes. So like many other shelters up here in Wisconsin, we started transporting them up from places that there were too many. This program has been amazing. It is by far one of my favorite things I've done with HAWS. And dogs just like Ginger here have benefited from that program. Dogs come to us in multiple ways. Sometimes they're driven up here in a van. Other times they fly in right here at the airport, which has been amazing. We transport dogs up from the south when we have kennel space, and we have adoptable homes looking for these dogs, which are always exciting transports.
Hi, my name is Mark Hess. I'm the operations manager here at the Humane Animal Welfare Society in Waukesha. I've had various roles here at the Humane Society over the years. Currently, I'm probably the senior employee at the Humane Society, and probably the gray hair shows that. Folks come to the Humane Society to adopt that special pet for their family, and oftentimes it's a puppy. The pet is well cared for all of its life. It lives a wonderful life in its new home, and sadly when it gets aged or starts failing in health, many people will call us because of the trust that they've had with us and request that they bring their pet to us for euthanasia services. One of the reasons that we at the Humane Society provide euthanasia services to the public is we perform all the services right here at the shelter, and pet owners are able to set up appointments to be with their pet. Usually they've researched the cost factor at local veterinary practices, and at times it can be costly, especially if people are on a low income, elderly, or just plain can't afford because of treatment costs that they may have incurred trying to help their pet prior to coming to the shelter. So we try to be humane to the animals and to the people by allowing people to set up an appointment to come here to be with their pet in its final moments. Not only do we perform the euthanasia, but we also provide cremation services here at the Humane Society. The shelter is fortunate to have a crematorium, and we can offer individual cremations whereby we return the pet's remains to the pet owner. And that also is kind of a unique service, one we provide, and a unique one because we're the only humane society that does offer that service.